Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video in the quick question series. Today we are going to see a random question which can help you in your SQL interviews. So if you are new to this channel, I highly recommend you to watch all the videos in the SQL Server playlist so you can understand all the concepts in the SQL Server better. So let us see what we got for today. So today we have a scenario which contains 5 tables. So this scenario is based on an library management where books can be purchased and those details has been recorded in few tables. So we have a books table which contains all the information about the books, and an author table which contains information about the authors who wrote those books, and we have books authors which is a fact table based on those books and author dimension tables. And we have a members table which contains all the members who have made purchases for these books. And finally we have a loans table which is nothing but the borrowed informations, the actual transactions that has been maintained in the loans table. So based on these 5 tables available for us, we are going to populate the result set in the right hand side. So in this result set we are actually going to implement a logic. You can write a SQL query to find the total number of loans for each book, that is the total number of borrows made for each book and the details of the most recent borrow. So we need to find the total counts of the borrowed persons in the particular book, and for the most recent loan has to be displayed, and we need to include those member details. The recent borrowed member details need to be included in the result set, and who borrowed it, along with the loan date, which is the borrowed date, and the return date. If they returned the book, then we need to display the return date of the book. So let us get into the SSMS to write a T-SQL query to find this result set. So here I have connected inside my SSMS. I am currently under the employee DB. Here we have the table creation script along with the insertion statements. So let us first create this authors table, which contains the author ID and the author's name who wrote those books, and we can create this books table which contains the book ID, book title, and the published year. We have an book author table which contains the information about the book ID and the author ID. So this table will map the books and the authors. So all the 3 tables has been normalized. We have a members table. Let us create this. So we have a member ID, name, and the membership date they have registered for purchasing the books. And finally the fact transaction table, which is the loans table, the loan ID, the borrow ID, the book ID, the member ID who borrowed it, along with the loan date and the return date. So we have few insertion statements. So let us insert the values inside the authors table. And for the books, for the books transaction, the members table. So we have totally 4 members, and finally the loan table. So let us select and see all those 5 tables. So let us copy those names. The author table, members table, loans table, book authors, finally the books table. So let us select this authors table. We have totally 3 authors, the author ID along with the author name, and the members. We have totally 4 members who borrowed those books along with their member ID, name, and the membership date. So we have the loans table which contains the actual transactions made, the loan ID, the book they have borrowed, the book ID, the member who purchased the book, the member ID, loan date, and the return date. If they returned the book, then those return date has been mentioned in this column. And finally we have a books author table which contains which book has been wrote by which author, and the book details which contains the book ID and the title of those books and the published year. So based on these 5 tables available for us, we are going to find the result set, that is the total count of borrows made for those books along with the latest borrowed person details and Along with that, we need to provide the date. If the book has been returned, we need to show the return date. So first, let me find the count of borrows made for those books. So let me first select the books. Let me copy this and paste it here. So I'm going to join this books table with the loans table. So I need only the informations about the books transactions. So let me provide a left join, so we can get the relevant data from the left table. So let me provide the loans table here, and you can provide the join condition on. Let me take this as B and this as L. Join based on the B dot book ID mapping to the L dot book ID. So this contains the information about the books along with the transactions made. So let me select only the book ID from this books table and the count of borrows made. So let me provide a count function to find the number of counts borrowed for those book, and I'm going to filter the loan date from this. So let me take the loan ID. Let me take loan ID and let's take this as total borrows. And as we have calculated the count, we are going to provide the group by value. I'm going to group based on the book ID. So here you can see for each book the count of borrows made for each books. So the first book has been borrowed 3 times, second 2 times, and third for 3 times. So let me take this inside a subquery, which is a CTE. So let me take this and name it as total borrows and take alias name as and so let me provide another subquery where I can find the recent loan, the recent borrows for the books. So let me select the value from the loans table. Let me take this as L, and from this loans table I need the book ID which has been borrowed, and I need the member who borrowed that. So let me provide the member ID along with this, and I need the borrowed date, that is the loan date, and finally if there is a return date I need to filter that as well. So here I am going to find the value, the rank for the purchases. So I can filter that top 1 purchase. So let me provide a dense rank. So let me provide dense rank and provide the over class. Over partition, I am going to partition the value based on the book ID. Partition by the L dot book ID. We paste it here, and I'm going to order the value based on the date, loan date. So let me copy this, paste it here, and I'm going to take the latest one. So let me provide the descending, and let me take this as the rank value. So let me take this inside a subquery and name it as recent borrows. Let me take as and open and close a circular bracket. So finally we can give another select statement which contains our result set. So for this I'm going to select the value from the authors table. So I need to find the authors along with their books and the count of borrows and the latest borrowed date and the return date. So let me first select the author table. I am going to join this author table to the book authors. So I can join the books table with this. So let me provide book authors. Let me take this as A and this as book BA. So let me provide the join condition on A dot author ID mapping to the BA dot author ID, and I'm going to join this with the books table, and let me take this as B. Let me provide the join condition on BA dot book ID mapping to the B dot book ID. So we have joined all these three tables. So we can join the CTEs that we have calculated in the above tables. So let me provide a left join for this. So based on these data available, I need to fetch the related data from the CTEs. So let me provide the left join for this tables borrow and take this as TB, and let me provide a join condition on TB dot, I need to filter out the book ID from this and map it to the book ID in the book table, and let me again provide a left join with this reason borrows and take this as RB, and again I can provide the join condition on B dot book ID to the RB dot book ID. Copy this and paste it here, and here I am going to provide the condition that, and I need to check the rank value must be equal to 1, that is the latest borrow. And finally let me join the members table so I can get those member details as well. So let me provide another left join to join this members table over here. Let me take this as M and provide the on condition. I am going to join based on the RB dot member ID with the members table M dot member ID. So now I need the author details. So let me take that from the I need the author name, and let me take this as author name, and along with this I need the title of the book, which is the name of the book, and let me take title and take this as book name, and along with this I need the total number of borrows. So let me take that from the TB, which is the total borrow CTE, and take this total borrows in the select list. Along with this I need the name of those persons who borrowed that. So let me take the M dot names as member names, and I need the loan date, that is the borrowed date. So let me take that from the RB dot loan date. So let me take this RB dot loan date. Along with this I need to provide the return date if it has been returned. So let me take this return date and provide RB dot return date. So now let us execute this whole query. So here you can find the author name and the books the authors are related to, and the total number of borrows made for those books, and the members who recently bought those books, and the borrowed date along with the return date if it is returned. So only one person has returned back the book and other two has not returned it. So in this query we have first calculated the count of borrows made for each book by grouping the values based on the book ID and finding the count of borrows, and in another CTE we have calculated the dense rank for this borrows, and we have filtered out the recent borrow date based on the join in the below table. So in this below outer query we have joined all the tables necessary for this result set, and we have provided the necessary column for this result set. So finally we have calculated the result set for our query. So I hope this will be helpful for you to understand few queries. So I highly recommend you to watch all the videos in the SQL Server playlist to understand all the concepts well, and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.